The Jeep Gladiator presents itself as the ultimate adventure truck, but it's actually one of the most compromised vehicles in the midsize pickup segment with serious flaws that most buyers don't discover until it's too late. If you're considering a Gladiator because you want a capable truck that can handle both work and weekend adventures, you need to know about the dangerous towing behavior, outdated engine technology, and premium pricing that delivers inferior performance compared to cheaper competitors. While most people assume Jeep's truck reputation means you're getting proven capability, the Gladiator actually sacrifices fundamental truck competencies for off-road bragging rights you'll rarely use. Number 7. Engine performance. The Gladiator's 3.6-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine produces 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, leaving you feeling underpowered in situations where trucks should excel. This becomes particularly embarrassing when the Chevrolet Colorado's smaller 2.7-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder generates 430 pound-feet of torque, 65% more than the Gladiator's larger V6. The torque deficit becomes painfully obvious during real-world driving scenarios that truck owners face regularly. The Gladiator's naturally aspirated engine doesn't reach peak torque until 4,400 RPM, while competitors deliver maximum torque as low as 1,700 RPM. This fundamental difference means you must work the engine harder and rev higher just to accomplish basic tasks like merging into traffic or climbing hills with a load, but this results in sluggish acceleration that feels genuinely inadequate for a modern pickup truck. The Gladiator requires 8.1 seconds on average to reach 60 miles per hour, slower than every major competitor, including vehicles that cost thousands less. Therefore, professional reviewers consistently note the engine feels tired and undergunned. That's exactly the opposite of what you want when you need your truck to perform confidently in challenging situations. Underwhelming engine performance is bad, but if you think that's limiting, wait until you experience how it handles on the road. Number 6. Steering and handling. Imagine driving home from work on a windy day, constantly fighting your steering wheel just to stay in your lane. This isn't a hypothetical scenario for Gladiator owner, it's daily reality. The solid front axle design creates inherently poor on-road dynamics compared to the independent front suspension systems that make other trucks comfortable for daily commuting. This configuration transmits every road imperfection directly to your hands, but the real problem is how this affects your confidence behind the wheel. Owner experiences document inches of play to the left and right of center, and the need for constant adjustment to keep the vehicle going straight on highways, turning what should be relaxing drives into exhausting battles for control. The trade-off becomes particularly stark during family road trips or daily commutes. While competitors like the Toyota Tacoma achieve excellent off-road performance while maintaining acceptable highway behavior, the Gladiator's uncompromising approach makes it unsuitable for parents who need reliable transportation to soccer practice or professionals who face long commutes. Therefore, you're stuck with a truck that excels in weekend adventures while making everyday driving stressful and fatiguing. The steering problems are frustrating enough, but they're nothing compared to what happens when you try to tow something heavy with this truck. Number 5. Towing behavior. Despite a respectable maximum towing capacity of 7,700 pounds with the max tow package, the Gladiator exhibits dangerous behavior that turns relaxing getaways into white-knuckle experiences. Motor Trend's testing revealed alarming instability issues, with professional reviewers experiencing more trailer anti-sway stability control intervention in a 1-hour freeway drive than in 12 years of vehicle testing. The fundamental problem lies in the Gladiator's 137.3-inch wheelbase, which creates physics-based limitations that no amount of electronic aids can fully overcome. When you're driving your family down the interstate with a travel trailer behind you, the real-world consequences become terrifying. Professional testing documented trailer sway in crosswinds and inability to maintain lane position when passing large vehicles. Therefore, multiple test drives resulted in near misses with 18-wheelers when the trailer nearly jumped out of its lane. The mechanical limitations compound these safety concerns, particularly for weekend warriors who bought their Gladiator specifically for adventure trips. The naturally aspirated V6 engine lacks sufficient low-end torque, forcing owners to let her rev to get the work done compared to competitors that handle the same loads effortlessly. While the rated capacity suggests you can safely tow your boat or RV, the actual towing experience is so problematic that many owners end up avoiding the very activities they bought the truck to enable. Those towing problems are terrifying, but at least you might expect peace and quiet during your struggle, except the Gladiator won't even give you that basic comfort. Number 4. Sound insulation. Try having a phone conversation at highway speeds in a Gladiator and you'll quickly understand why this truck fails as daily transportation. The noise levels reach 74 to 75 decibels at 80 miles per hour with soft tops, substantially higher than what modern drivers expect from their vehicles. The removable top design creates fundamental compromises that affect every highway mile you drive. Freedom panel seals and panel gaps create numerous entry points for wind noise that make normal conversation impossible without shouting. Wind noise represents a particular problem during daily driving due to the Gladiator's poor aerodynamics, often described as having the aerodynamics of a cinder block. A-pillar areas create whistling that worsens with speed, but even hardtop-equipped models with optional sound-dampening headliners remain noticeably louder than competitors at the speeds you'll drive every day. All that noise and vibration is bad enough, but it gets worse when you realize how much you're paying at the pump for this uncomfortable experience. Number 3. Fuel economy. The Gladiator's fuel economy ratings of 17 city, 22 highway, and 19 combined MPG represent some of the worst efficiency numbers in the segment. Based on 15,000 annual miles at $3.50 per gallon, Gladiator owners spend approximately $2,763 on fuel compared to $2,500 for Tacoma owners. The efficiency problem becomes particularly frustrating during the activities you bought a truck to enable. Motor Trend testing revealed fuel economy dropping to just 15 miles per gallon in equipped Mojave models during the off-road adventures that supposedly justify the Gladiator's compromises. The naturally aspirated design means it cannot take advantage of modern efficiency technologies. But the real sting comes when you realize you're consuming more fuel than competitors while getting slower acceleration and less power. Number 2. Single configuration kills versatility. Picture this. You've just started a landscaping business and need a truck that can haul both crews and equipment efficiently. You visit dealerships expecting choices: regular cab for lower costs, extended cab for balance, or crew cab for comfort. But walk into a Jeep dealer, and the Gladiator comes in only one configuration: crew cab with a 5-foot bed. This restriction forces every buyer into the premium crew cab format, eliminating the flexibility that makes trucks so appealing to working professionals. The limitation becomes painfully obvious when you try to load building materials. The 60.3-inch bed length severely limits cargo utility compared to the 6.5-foot and 8-foot beds available on competitive trucks. With just 35.5 cubic feet of cargo volume, you can't accommodate full-size appliances, lumber, or other materials that require longer bed dimensions. Therefore, contractors and tradespeople find themselves constantly making multiple trips or renting additional vehicles for jobs that competitors handle in one load. Industry experts consistently position the Gladiator as a lifestyle vehicle instead of a workhorse, because this single configuration strategy prioritizes style over practical utility. The crew cab-only approach eliminates cost-conscious commercial buyers who prefer regular cabs for lower pricing and more utility, but this narrow focus limits market appeal and reinforces perceptions of the Gladiator as an expensive toy rather than the versatile work tool that truck buyers actually need. Single configuration is a serious handicap, but the worst part is how much Jeep expects you to pay for it. Number 1. Pricing. Walk into any Jeep dealership expecting competitive truck pricing and prepare for sticker shock that makes no sense given what you're actually getting. The Gladiator commands a base price of $38,100 for the sport model, costing $5,000 to $6,500 more than comparable competitors including the Toyota Tacoma SR, Chevrolet Colorado WT, and Ford Ranger XL. This premium might be acceptable if you were getting superior performance, efficiency, or capability, but the Gladiator delivers inferior performance across virtually every metric that matters to truck buyers. Price escalation through trim levels becomes particularly aggressive, with mid-range Rubicon models starting at $51,695, a $13,595 increase over the base Sport. For families trying to balance capability with budget constraints, this pricing structure quickly pushes the Gladiator out of reach. Fully equipped models easily exceed $70,000, forcing buyers to choose between essential features and financial responsibility. Therefore, Motor Trend testing of a $70,130 Mojave X led reviewers to describe the pricing as highly optimistic, given the truck's clear performance limitations. The value proposition becomes particularly insulting when you consider depreciation realities. Current market conditions show dealers offering $10,000 plus discounts off MSRP on certain models, therefore indicating that even dealers recognize the disconnect between asking prices and actual value. You're essentially paying a significant premium for a truck that performs worse than cheaper alternatives and loses value faster than its competitors. The Jeep Gladiator's fundamental problem isn't that it's a bad vehicle, it's that it's the wrong vehicle for most truck buyers who need practical daily transportation transportation rather than weekend off-road bragging rights. Unless you're willing to pay significantly more for significantly less capability while accepting legitimate safety concerns during towing, the Gladiator represents one of the worst value propositions in the midsize truck segment, proving that off-road credibility means nothing when a truck fails at fundamental pickup responsibilities. Speaking of fundamental pickup responsibilities, make sure to check out our video about the reasons to wait for the 2026 GMC Canyon. If you think this is just a fancier Colorado, wait to see how it combines utility with luxury. Style, performance, work capabilities, and off-road competence, this truck impresses in every way.